everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am finally here filming another video and another tutorial. So today I am using the new HUDA beauty palette and I'm literally so excited. I've been sat playing with this all day and it is just such a beautiful palette. It's absolutely amazing. Can we just assess this packaging for starters? Like, how beautiful is that? Oh my god. So inside, this is what it looks like. Give you a moment to appreciate that. So the palette comes with 18 eyeshadows in 4 ready to layer textures. So we've got 8 buttery mattes, 6 pressed pearls, 3 duochrome toppers and 1 daring glitter. Ooh. So this is the glitter at the bottom. I have tried it. I haven't swatched it because I don't want it to go everywhere, but it is just so versatile. I've done 3 different looks in this tutorial. There's just so many more things I could use. Some of the colours I haven't yet used. If you would like to see how I created 3 different looks using this palette, then just keep watching. So let's just take another moment to appreciate the packaging of this palette. It is just absolutely stunning, as are the shadows on the inside. It is just so pretty. So for the first look, I'm going to take the shade Musk as my transition shade, and I'm just going to buff this into the crease using a big fluffy blending brush. Then I'm going to take the shade Amethyst, which is a gorgeous purple shade. I'm going to take that on a large flat shade brush and pack that onto the outer corner of my eye. Then I'm just going to go back in with that big fluffy blending brush again, just to blend those 2 colours together. Then for the lid colour, I really wanted to use one of the lid toppers, and I came up with a few combinations, but decided to go with the shade Eden. So I'm just going to pack that onto my lid using a MAC 242 brush. And then I'm going to go in with the absolutely gorgeous shade Twilight, and I'm just going to pack that over the top using my finger. And then just going back in again with that blending brush to make sure everything is blended together. Then taking the shade Amethyst mixed with a little bit of amber, I'm just going to buff that into my lower lash line just to tie the eye makeup together. Then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal False Lash Sculpt Mascara, and I'm just going to put a thin layer of mascara on because we are going to go in with falsies. So I'm just going to layer that on the top lashes and the bottom lashes as well. Then I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and I'm going to take the shade Forever Lit. I'm just going to pop that onto the inner corner of my eye and highlight my brow bone as well, just to give the eye look that extra little pop. Then I'm going to go in with these beautiful lashes by Pinky Goat in the style Arwa, I think that's how you say it, and this completes the eye look. Then for lips, I'm going in with this liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star in the shade Androgyny, and apologies, I did slightly go off camera here. And then over the top, I'm going in with Kylie Cosmetics Coco K just to lighten it up a bit, and then finishing off with the NYX Cosmetics Matte Setting Spray. And this completes look number 1. So for the second look, I'm going to take the shade Amber, and I'm going to take that on a big fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to buff that into the crease, and I'm just going to keep layering that on until I'm happy with the intensity. Next, I'm going to take the shade Saffron, and I'm also going to buff that into the crease, but I'm going to mainly focus on the outer part of the eye. I'm using a slightly smaller blending brush here just to make the colour a little bit more intense. And then I'm going back in with the larger blending brush just to blend those 2 colours together. Then I'm taking this deep brown shade called Oud, I think that's how you say it, on a flat shader brush again and buffing that into the outer corner of my eye. I'm using the same brush as before, just using the other side, that's why it's still purple. And again, just going back in with the blending brush just to blend those 2 colours together. Then for the lid colour, I'm taking this absolutely gorgeous shade called Blood Moon, and I'm taking that on a MAC 242 brush, and I'm just going to pack that onto the lid. Then I'm just going to go back in with the shader brush and just blend those colours together. Then to clean up the outer edge of my eye a little bit, I'm just going to take the pointy end of my beauty blender and just dab that along the outer edge of my eye just to make it a little bit sharper. Then taking the shades Amber and Saffron, I'm just going to buff that along my lower lash line, again to tie the eyeshadow look together. Then for the fun part, I'm going to take the NYX glitter glue and just dab that along the inner third of my eye. Then taking the glitter shade from the palette, I'm just going to pop that over the top of the glitter glue. And this is just going to give the eyes that little bit of extra pop. And again for lashes, I'm just taking the same mascara as before and just putting a thin coat of mascara on my top and bottom lashes. Then for lashes, I'm taking these Pinky Goat lashes in the style Maram. And for inner corner highlight, I'm taking the Sleek Solstice highlighting palette and just going to pop that into the inner corner and along my brow bone as well. Then moving on to the lips, I'm going to line my lips using this nude lip liner from NYX. Then I'm taking the Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Serenity. Then I felt like the lips were slightly too dark for the eye look, so I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and just dab that onto the top of the lips just to lighten it up a little bit. And this completes the second look. For the final look in this palette, I'm taking the shade Musk again as my transition shade. I'm just going to use a big fluffy blending brush to blend that into the crease. Then sticking to the warm tones, I'm going to take this gorgeous burnt orange shade called Blazing, and I'm just going to buff that into the crease to further deepen it up. Then I'm going to take the shade Amber on a flat shader brush. I'm just going to pack that onto the inner and the outer corner of the eye to create a halo effect. And I'm just going to go back in with the fluffy blending brush to blend it all out. Then I'm going to take my concealer again and just pop that onto the centre of the lid, just to give that clear base for when we put on the lid colour. Then taking the shade Eden, I'm just going to pack that onto the centre of the lid using a MAC 242. Then taking the shade Angelic, I'm just going to use my finger to pop that over the top. Then I decided I wanted to give the colour a bit of an extra metallic finish, so I'm just going to take it on a small shader brush, spray it with a bit of Fix Plus and pop that on the centre of the lid. Then finishing the eyes off, I'm taking the shade Amber and just buffing that along the lower lash line. Again, taking my mascara, I'm just going to put a thin coat on the top and bottom lashes. And taking my Anastasia Glow Kit again, I'm taking the shade Forever Lit and popping that on the inner corner and the brow bone. And finally, I loved these Pinky Goat lashes in the shade Arawa so much that I used them again, and this completes the eye look. So for lips, I'm taking the MAC lip liner in the shade Boldly Bare and the Max Factor lipstick in the shade Rosewood. But it was a little bit too shiny for my liking, so I took the Maybelline translucent powder and just patted that over the top, and this will just give the lips that matte effect. And finally, just highlighting that Cupid's bow with a little bit of highlighter, and that completes the final look. So that was it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe using the button just down below. And if you'd like to follow my Instagram to see more looks like this, then I will link that down below as well. So if you're thinking of getting this palette, I would highly recommend. It does retail at £56 on cultbeauty.com. That's where I got mine. It is a little bit expensive, but you get 18 eyeshadows. The quality of it is just amazing. I've never tried Huda Beauty products before, but I'm so happy I got it and I just absolutely love it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.